Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last time we did the Children of Morta collaboration quest where we went to a goblin camp and we found some of the Bergson family who had come here in search of their stolen dog, the wolf cub. Rika, was that his name? I think so. And that was really neat. It's interesting that now, I guess, at least in the Owlcat Pathfinder canon, the two games are connected. And I wouldn't be opposed to, like, sort of more collaboration between those two, because Children of Morta is a good game. Now, granted, I haven't played all of it. I played, like, the beginning portion of it when it came out, and I enjoyed it. But if that's any indication for the rest of the game, those developers are good, and we know Owlcat's good, so I'm perfectly happy with them having a close relationship. Especially because Pathfinder, you know, with Treasure of the Midnight Isles and the one in Kingmaker, Tenebra's the Depths. I think. Forget its full name. The Depths. You know, we like those sort of... We know Owlcat likes those sort of roguelike experiences as well. So that's fun to see. Also, I guess Owlcat's like a publisher now too, right? Not that they're gonna publish those guys, because they've got the Frostpunk publisher people. Frostpunk 2's come out. I haven't played it yet, but I'm interested in playing it. Anyway, we're here for Wrath of the Righteous. And Anevia just came in and told us about a potential murder. So we're gonna check that out, and that's Noble Intent. Yeah. And I am about 99.9% sure this is Camelia's quest line, and I'm pretty sure that this is where we ended our association with Camellia in our previous playthrough. The only solid lead is that the missing Crusader is currently in the vicinity, and it may still be possible to save him. So I'm pretty sure I remember. If it is that quest, I know exactly where to go. And that is right over here, the abandoned building. Yeah, I remember this. We're gonna head in there. I don't know if maybe I needed to trigger something for this to work, but she should be in like the basement of this place. Yeah. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room. Hey, girl.
How lovely to see you here.
Hearing steps behind her, Camellia whips around and freezes. She glances at the bloody dagger in her hand, then at the dead body at her feet. She says evenly. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. Does he have his pants off? I don't think I recognized that in the first time we did this. Her gaze is not one of a criminal caught red-handed, but rather that of a predator after a good meal. She may not be your sister in faith, but this feeling is well known to any follower of Urgathoa. The sweet, sweet smell of freshly shed blood fills your nostrils. Ooh. I like that little touch of detail. What's going on here?
Sarkoris is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Sarkoris were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Kelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camellia pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own. Wait for her to continue.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Sarkoris in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Kelids, Crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Sarkoris has turned into! It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony. I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders.
Camellia seems suddenly to falter. Her breathing grows heavy, and her pupils dilate. Maria, how to say it? Maria? I already forgot. Is the name of the spirit that lives in Camellia's amulet. Camellia believes her to be the spirit of the land of Sarkoris. The spirit is insane, but may hold the key to healing this land.
The spirits of Sarkoris can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity, and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
Who is she, this Maria of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
The girl removes an amulet in the shape of a bone snake from around her neck.
I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it.
Camellia sighs sadly.
If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
The girl gently puts the amulet back around her neck. Why do you think your method will work?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger?
Camellia tilts her head to one side as though listening for something.
Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood. My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Maria's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
Camellia's expression grows serious. What exactly are you hoping to learn from this Maria of yours?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Golarion. The spirits of Sarkoris know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
Camellia shakes her head. You know, this game does a pretty good job with the evil characters. I guess Kingmaker did as well. But this game, I think it maybe is a little harder. Because in this game, you know, you're going up against such a terrible evil. Why aren't these people... I guess maybe that's kind of makes it easier, right? Evil people don't tend to like to be servants of other evil people. They want to be the masters. I don't know. But Camellia here, like, her goal seems to be a pretty noble goal. It's just her method is really messed up and evil. And you know, she could be spinning us a lie here too, right? She could have more sinister goals. She might just enjoy the bloodshed and is just she's come up with this reason to give people if she ever got caught. That kind of thing. But I mean, the other evil people, obviously Regil, a Hell Knight. There's a certain sense of, I mean, there's a lot of sense of order to them, you know, with their lawfulness. But, you know, honestly, he's probably the most evil of the group. Because Dayron is more of the entity living inside of him that's evil. He's more of like just a playboy almost, which I guess isn't necessarily evil. Anyway, this isn't your first or even your second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Morea's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Camellia lifts her chin, but she hesitates before answering. Then she raises her eyes, and her voice gains a hard edge. Who was this young man, your victim?
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Rillick or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was ever so eager to come with me to this house. One hint was all it took.
Camellia looks at the body in surprise, as if she's seeing it for the first time.
He is of no interest to me. Morea wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
Alright, so what are you proposing?
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Morea drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
Camellia licks her lips and takes a small, almost meek step forward. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. This will not take long.
Camellia wets her lips, then she lowers herself to her knees before the body. You see that her legs are quaking, but her deportment remains as impeccable as ever.
Accept this sacrifice, Morea. Drink of its blood. Drink of its strength. Drink of its life.
To be honest, I thought she was going to start eating it for a second. Camellia lowers the amulet into the open chest cavity of the Crusader, then raises the amulet above her head. Blood drips from the snake's head onto the girl's expectant tongue. Oh, I guess in a way she is.
We are one, you and I. Our thoughts, our bodies, our souls. What you take in, I take in also.
Camellia deftly spears a small piece of the Crusader's flesh on the tip of her dagger and deposits it in her mouth. Her eyes drift shut in ecstasy, and the shudder travels down the length of her body. I'm not gonna be honest, Manorak is probably like, that's hot. Oh boy. Being evil's fun, isn't it? So, did the ritual work?
Yes and no. I think I made out a few clear words from Morea before the madness swallowed her again.
Camellia's attention seems to turn inward as she lays a hand on the amulet resting on her chest. She stumbles slightly as though tipsy.
I'm on the right path. More rituals are needed. Not many, not more than 10 or 20, I should think. Will you allow me to continue my work?
Camellia nods to herself. You may continue your rituals. No more killing. I will spare you, this time, but you have to find another way of speaking to your spirit. You maniac, your crimes will not go unpunished. You may continue.
Thank you, Commander. I am in your debt.
Camellia's face breaks into a radiant smile. You realize that you have never seen her this happy before.
There is one more thing. Commander, my ritual is quite a taxing process. The strain is difficult to bear. Sex is the best way to relieve the tension once it is all over.
Oh my. Camellia draws in a breath and licks her lips. She's gonna make me blush.
Help me. I need you. Here. Now.
The girl's body is trembling violently. She gazes into your eyes, looking almost manic. I mean... Get away from me, you freak. I'm sorry, but I must refuse. I never refuse a lady in need.
Take me, quickly.
Alright, girl. Jeez, let me get out of my armor. God damn. Camellia rushes to you and brings her lips to yours. Her breathy gasps, greedy, impatient, demanding, set your skin ablaze. Her fingers latch onto your belt buckle. Whoa. You even got a moan. Or a sigh.
I never thought that the commander would turn out to be so open-minded. You have exceeded my wildest expectations.
Damn, we broke the table too. Ah, man. You keep your eyes on Nocticula. Nocticula. Can't I have both? I mean, come on. If I'm gonna be the Lord of Darkness, I gotta have like a harem, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. Camelia's breathing slowly evens out, and the familiar half-smile reappears.
You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
She bursts out laughing and then thinks for a moment. How are we gonna explain this to Nevia? Yeah, talk to Nevia. Alright. Well, that was fun. Nothing like a little murder and sex, right? Alright. Head on outside. Gotta say, being evil... Oh, hi. Anevia stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? The killer is in the building. Deal with her before she has a chance to run. Aw, dude. If I didn't need her as like a tank and everything, if she wasn't useful to me, that would definitely be probably the choice Manorak should take if we're staying like in character. What exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Nevia says with a wink, before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander. I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicions, but what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Erebeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth, because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion, smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Nevia speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell Erebeth everything, go ahead. It's your call. The problem has been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. The murder has been solved. I just realized that I had my fan on this whole time. I can't turn it off right now. It's too... Well, you know, I guess I could get up and turn it off, but... Hopefully it's not too loud. It doesn't look like it is. I don't know. Okay, that's 1200 experience. And she'll probably want to talk again. But we're going to be headed to the wedding next, right? Okay. We'll talk to her when we get back from the wedding.
Move out.
Let's go ahead and head out. Area exit. Do I want to take anybody besides Greybor? No, I think this group here is maybe our group for like the rest of the game, except for like companion stuff. Yeah, I like this group. We've got some good range. We don't have great divine spell casting, do we? Well, no, we don't really. So I guess I guess she is a divine caster. There's the wedding meadow. Alright, anything going on with the crusade? With you guys? No, I'd like to get you a little stronger before we take on this group. You know, I mean, really all depends on how strong her spells are. We'll try and wait at least until one more recruitment before we do that one. Oh, we have clerics and church guards here. Okay, we need to send these up to us. Go and travel up there. Okay. Back to me. Oh, we need to get Seelah with us. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and enter. Where is Camellia staying at? I suppose we could go talk to... Nah, let's just go to the Citadel. And then leave. With Seelah in tow. Okay. Alright. I have turned off the fan. I'm just looking at the sound. It does seem like the fan was very loud on them to the mic, so. Oh well. It's done. Wait, I don't need to do anything in here. What am I doing? Just need to get Seelah. Fortress gates. Bring Seelah along. Oh, that means we get the griffin with us too. Or the hippogriff. Is it a griffin or hippogriff? I think it's a hippogriff. I made that mistake a lot at the beginning. I always called it a hippogriff. Or thunder. Okay. And then down here. Let's read this. This meadow on the bank of the river is where Ellen and Kiana decided to celebrate their wedding. This picturesque spot seems quite safe. Quite safe. Surely nothing bad will happen here. Commander, Seelah, you're here! Ellen is trying desperately to hide his excitement. It's almost comical. Welcome. I'm a little confused. Where are the musicians, the crowd of drunken guests? The last wedding I went to, we got the priest drunk off his face. Oh, please, don't try to do that here. We've already had enough trouble. Kiana worships Desna. Iomade. In the end, we invited a priestess of Abadar to conduct the ceremony, so that no one would be offended. Congratulations. Where's the bride? Let me tell you everything. Before the official ceremony, all the guests are enjoying themselves at 2 venues. The one on the right has been organized by my Houndhearts. The one on the left by Kiana's friends. Each venue has its own theme, but I won't tell you which is which. It will be far more fun to see for yourselves. Both venues have food and drinks, and a little contest where you can win prizes. Kiana is greeting guests at her venue, and I'm leaving for mine now. I have a special role to play here. Enjoy, Commander. There's still time before the beginning of the ceremony. Seelah, thank you for coming too. Alright, I guess we'll go enjoy the festivities. Let's see what we got going on around here. Houndheart band, or bridesmaid. Really, I'm looking for loot.
I found something.
Loot. Alright, this is Kiana with a dude here, a skeleton. A slender young woman in a flowing dress walks toward you. The first thing you notice is her eyes. They are a striking blue-green. Welcome, travelers, to the secret stepped land of Ustalav. You have come to the kingdom of grim mysteries and exquisite secrets. I, the vampire princess, am delighted to see you in my castle. After a pause, the girl smiles coyly. I'm glad to finally meet you, Commander. Seelah, I am Kiana, soon to be the wife of that unfortunate knight who invited you here. Seelah rolls her eyes. Horrible. Imagine walking through the world rune and then bam, you're an Ustalav. I'm not even sure if a paladin is allowed to feast with a vampire princess. It's lucky you're not a follower of Pharasma, valiant Sela. Arsinoe, the Dresden priestess of Abadar, is a short distance away from the Happy Bride. Although, I'll admit, I'm not used to feasting with undead either. Oh, stop it. My friends and I are completely harmless. Vampires. We won't bite. Kiana laughs musically. Truth be told, we chose the theme of Ustalav because it lets us wear beautiful dresses, light candles, and drink red wine all evening, pretending that it's blood. I personally can't think of a better way to celebrate my wedding. Finally, a party where I fit in. Kiana laughs. Right, a real Dhampir is exactly what we need here. I mean, what I was trying to say is welcome, child. I hope you enjoy my vampire reception. Oh, yeah. Can I ask you the rest of the stuff? No! Damn it. Oh, well. Arsinoe lowers her head graciously. Knight Commander, how can I help you? I don't mind spending the time before the ritual with you. What do you think of the celebration? I'd prefer a church ceremony and a more formal approach to the celebration, but there is a certain charm in how unpretentious everything is here. We priests who choose to make our home in savage and dangerous lands see a lot of things during our lifetime, including exotic weddings. We don't bat an eye at the celebration. I sneeze. Whew, excuse me. Alright. We don't bat an eye at a celebration where the groom is wearing a fey monarch costume and the bride is dressed as an evil vampire. Parties involving exotic costumes are endlessly amusing, but putting them on is only half the fun, if you know what I mean. I'll walk around some more. And Darren, what do you mean? Trickery?
I hope you appreciate this.
The skeleton has a slight sheen to it, judging by the texture. It's made of marzipan. Gained a marzipan bone. Okay.
I lead. You follow.
What do we see? Nothing, apparently. Okay, when that happens. Sela, can we go ahead and get on your mount? Just so you're not taking up as much space.
Onwards.
Alright, let's take a look around here. The rings of the future husband and wife. The one bought by Kiana and the one given by Sela to Ellen. Ellen? Whatever his name is. You know, I don't have time to learn everybody's names. I'm the Knight Commander. He's the best man. If A steps into your path, you suppose he must be a Houndheart, but his knight's armor is mixed with gaudy items, and there are fake wings fastened to his back. Hold, traveler. You are stepping into the wonderful land, the charmed land, the most perfect land ever created by the gods, the first world, and I am its guard, the beautiful Fey Gate Mistress. But before you enter, answer my question. What is the key that opens every gate? Tentacles. Valor. Money. Love. Money. Oh, damn. Why'd you have to say that? I, the beautiful Fey Gate Mistress, made a promise that my gift to Ellen and Kiana would be whatever the first guest gave as the answer to my question. Now you may enter and learn the mysteries of the past and fight for the treasure of our Fey ruler. The Fey points to the middle of the tent, where seated on a throne is none other than Ellen, whatever. His head is crowned with fake horns, a green cape sweeps over his shoulders, and his torso is proudly bare. Is Elan pretending to be the wild monarch? He is the monarch, the true ruler of the magical land of the first world. The Fey lowers his voice. The bride is particularly taken with the costume. I wonder why. Fey, what is this tiara you are wearing? It's so beautiful and exquisitely crafted. This is the tiara Beautiful Fey. To tell you the truth, I borrowed it from my sister as a prop. It was a gift from some admirer of hers. She's gone off with him now, and doesn't wear it anymore. But I believe it's the work of Sunhammer himself. Isn't that coincidental? It's a good thing it's not a real Fey tiara. Real Fey tiaras can make strange things happen. You put one on and donkey ears might grow out of your head, Sela grumbles. What is the Fey ruler's treasure? It is a priceless artifact which our monarch has owned since the dawn of time. It looks exactly like an ordinary broom, but don't be fooled into thinking we Fae simply failed to find any good props. So, the artifact. The monarch used to own it, but then a treacherous predator, the most fearsome of any who live in the forests of the First World, sneaked into the treasury and stole it. The predator lives in a secret lair, which is conveniently located in this area. Everyone who makes it through the enchanted wilds of the First World and reaches the beast's lair will get a reward. Damn. Old-timer Sela hasn't played games like this since her thieving days. But we've got to accept the challenge, Menorak. Sure, we'll take part in it. Alright. Then I'll repeat the rules. You need to search 4 corners of the First World and find our amazing broom-shaped artifact. But first, you need to answer a few riddles you'll see. And come face to face with the dangerous predator. And then you'll get the reward. Oh, damn.
Move out. Head on. Battles
Alright, we'll wait.
await.
Wow, they actually have color spray here. What the hell's up with that, guys?
Got it.
Wait.
I lead. You follow.
This is... I have a feeling like color spray doesn't like feel great, you know? I bet that's something there. If I can get there. Wait, no. I see how this is going. Oh my god. I started there, right? The beast. Talk to the beast. Hey man, can you help me out here? Thank you. Oh, hello adventurer. You must be looking for the artifact that was stolen from the Wild Hunt Monarch. I am the beast who crept in and snatched the artifact. I've taken steps to prevent the stolen property from being returned to its rightful owner. Namely, I placed a true artifact among several fakes. You will never guess which is the real one. The beast points at a few identical brooms. Are you the predator? The most formidable beast in the forests of the First World? Actually, I'm a lawyer from Nerisian and a friend of Ellen. The predator makes a helpless gesture. But when they were giving out the rolls for the celebration, guess who was appointed the magical beast? They said I was the hairiest fellow in the party. It's alright. I have my own wedding coming up. I'll even the score then. What will happen if I choose one of the fake artifacts? According to the rules, you are supposed to turn to stone if you take the wrong artifact. But to be honest, I'm willing to help you out. I actually forgot which one I marked as the right one. So I can just take the broom and go. There was supposed to be a battle with the predator, but I'm not drunk enough for that yet. So just take any broom and go. Don't forget to give it to Ellen. The monarch will give you a reward for returning the artifact. Oh, okay. Ellen is trying very hard to maintain his aloof demeanor, but he can't help breaking into a smile every few moments. Mortals, you have returned my artifact, and I shall reward you forthwith. We Fae monarchs are noble beings and not evil at all. Color me surprised, friend. I never thought I'd see our straight-laced Sir Ellen come to his own wedding dressed up as a Fae princeling. I'm begging you, no jokes about the horns, please. I don't want to be remembered as the cuckold bridegroom. Ellen sighs, but then starts smiling again. I don't know if you've ever fallen in love, Sela. I don't remember you ever talking about it. But when it happens, you are no longer who you once were. I suppose I didn't expect this of myself either. But Kiana was so desperate to have an unusual wedding. I thought to myself, if unusual is the goal, then I should do something I've never done before. The wedding's great. I'm having fun. I am having fun. I thought you had a better sense of duty and decorum than this, Ellen. Sometimes it's worth trying something new. Your future wife has you wrapped around her little finger already. Sometimes it's worth trying something new. of course things are worth trying once. Especially on a day like this. And now, if you please, I'd like to return to my role. Please, continue to enjoy the festivities. Alright. Did we actually get a reward? Or we got experience. I'll take it. Are you actually the real Shaika? You see a broad-shouldered dwarf woman wearing a hood. The outline of her form is constantly trembling and shifting, probably because of a spell of some sort. Greetings, traveler. We are Shaika the Many, the ruler of time piercing through all epochs. We know all the secrets of the past and the present. We can reveal your destiny to you through this fortune cookie. The woman points at the box beside her. You can't be the real Shaika, right? The woman winks but says nothing. Take a fortune cookie. The note in the cookie says, don't believe in the solitary life. There's always someone who can't take their eyes off of you. Thanks, I'll be going now. A little creepy when you think about it. Alright. I think we're ready to go.
I will help where I can.
Go ahead and mount back up. I didn't give you leave to get off your mount. Was there a maid of honor? We didn't talk to a maid of honor. I don't see one. Okay. Let's go ahead and buff. We'll do double buffs. I don't mind spending the time before the ritual with you. Are you sure? I'm a boring companion and there's plenty of entertaining activities around. I've already seen enough of the entertainments. Your company is most welcome, Knight Commander. Yeah, we're great at parties. We come fully buffed out. If I might have your attention, everyone. Before we get to the important part of the ceremony, I want you to welcome two very dear guests. This is the commander of the Fifth Crusade, thanks to whose efforts the Sword of Valor flies proudly over Dresden. And Sela, Paladin of Iomedae, the commander's companion and someone I have the honor of calling a friend. Sela, would you say a few words?
Hello, everyone. Hey, I need some advice. What should I say? Giving speeches really isn't my thing.
Just speak from the heart. Talk seriously about important matters. You're giving a speech to mark a new stage in Ellen and Kiana's life. Tell jokes, or just whatever nonsense comes into your head. Laughter is the best gift you can give. They should have asked me to give a speech. I'm the only one in this rabble who's made something of themselves. Yeah, just tell jokes.
Oh, talk nonsense? I can do that. I'll do it the best way I know how. In the first hour of our acquaintance, I uttered words that made a great impression on Elan. I think it was because of these words that he realized I was the friend he had been looking for all his life. These were those very important words, and they shed light on what being a warrior of Iomedae is all about. So, here goes.
Sela pauses, a sly gleam in her eyes. Just want to say, if I was the best man, I'd be a little annoyed that Helen gave her a speech at this point. But whatever.
A simple warrior approaches a cave where a monster is hiding, and he sees a paladin running out of it. I didn't expect a perfect paladin to be a coward, says the warrior. The paladin turns to him and replies, I am a holy paladin, best of the best, bravest of the brave. I hold divine power in my hands, and with my sword, I wield the power to smite. I am immune to disease and fear, so if you see me running away from something, don't ask any questions. Just start running. That wasn't so hard. It turned out great, didn't it? This is what we're fighting for. Weddings, fun, and laughter.
Yes, you're exactly right. For you, perhaps. I have other concerns.
Sorry, I wanted you to look at this wedding and see how your efforts are changing the world. How things are getting better. The demons and their filth leave, and in the place where they were so recently ruled, cities have reappeared, and people are getting married. Doesn't that make you happy?
Bah humbug.
But, fine, let's watch the ceremony. I think everyone's waiting.
Relax, Sela. Not everybody needs to be as happy as you. Arsinoe casts a solemn look over the gathered crowd. Her eyes are glistening, either from emotions or the vampire wine. Welcome, honored guests, to the wedding of Elan and Kiana. Today, I am delighted to play my part in the beginning of something so special. The beginning of a new happy family. And something as strong as your love for one another is born from the chaos of life. All the gods of order triumph. Seele is listening to the priestess with a broad smile on her face. Before we begin the most important part of the ceremony, I ask all the guests to put something in this cup that they think will serve the newlyweds well in their new chapter. Ah, I've heard about this custom. It's called the Cup of Wishes. People put nice little things symbolizing wishes. For example, a coin for wealth, a toy for the birth of a child, and so on. I'll put in a coin. Watch in silence. The guests put their gifts into the cup one by one. A luxurious, shimmering tiara, a flashy ring. Kiana's friend even takes the bejeweled collar from around her dog's neck and puts it into the cup. Okay. Ah, friends, but these gifts are too expensive. The keeper of the macabre menagerie smiles to Kiana, showing her fake fangs. Don't even think about refusing. They come from the best of wishes. Or with the best of wishes. Look more closely at the cup of gifts. Each piece of jewelry was innocuous enough on its own, but now that they have all been gathered together, your suspicions have been raised. Their magical auras are too strong and varied to belong to mundane trinkets, possessing only enough magic to adjust their size to the wearer. Seele, the jewelry. There's something wrong with it. I had this feeling that something was wrong. It's the jewelry, right? They were all made by Master Sunhammer, weren't they? And he also made the ring that... The gifts have been given. Let us praise the gods. In the name of Abadar, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may exchange rings and join your lips in a kiss. Ellen, Kiana, stop. It's dangerous. You ruined everything, mortal. Hey there, demon. Okay. And this is exactly why we buffed before we went in. Alrighty. You're over here, so I guess you'll attack this guy.
Thank you for amusing me.
You're gonna do one of those. You're going to back up over here. And... probably just go all out here. We'll do one of these. See that? Are you mounted? Yes. Good. Alright. Go and rage. Mark this guy. Get in there. Oh, I didn't even see that guy. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Can I do any of those? Not really. That'd be fine. Nice shot, Arsene away. Man, she's going in there too. Alright, on to him.
Spirits demand your blood.
Out of my sight.
Okay, they're dead. Hit him.
You're irrelevant.
16.
The light. Take you.
Good. Get in there.
Let's hear you cry.
Fire.
No match for me.
Another one down. There's just this shear now. Should be able to kill him. Although one of them ran away, right?
You are today's sacrifice.
I will see to your demise.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Remove that obstacle.
No glory
There we go.
without risk.
Arsinoe leans over Curl's body, whispering the words of some prayer or spell. Then she looks up. Her eyes are full of terror. Commander, I must inform you. We've fallen victim to a demonic plot. Oh. Really? But I don't understand. How? Why? Priestess, you need to focus. Do you know what happened here or not? Yes. I think so. You all know what possession is, yes? Where a demon can take over the body of a mortal? Well, there is a more cunning version of this process. When the demon possesses the body, the poor victim's soul is transferred into a special vessel. A vessel for souls. The item most commonly used for this purpose is a gemstone. How did demons get here? The Sword of Valor was supposed to keep them away. They didn't get here. They've been here all along, inside the jewelry. And now I realize these vessels are enchanted to ensure no one sees them for what they truly are. That is why we didn't notice the demon's presence until the very last moment. No one did. See, this swears. So all this happened because of some sparkly rocks? But wait, that means... Yes, it's all because of the sparkly rocks. I think the more expensive pieces housed more powerful demons. Their maker likely had to use more costly materials for the enchantments on those pieces to mask the demon's presence, and he didn't want his atrocities to leave him out of pocket. The pricier trinkets contained more powerful demons, you say? It's good we didn't buy that expensive ring back then, or we would have had to fight a real nasty beast, not some small fry. Hey, that's actually, yeah. Look at that. Being frugal, because that's exactly what I was being, right? Is a good thing. All the jewelry was made by the same person. Derek Sunhammer, right? That I do not know. Well, I do. I can smell it. All this shit came right from the same sewer. Do you say possession? So Curl was possessed by a demon that day back at Houndheart's camp. This young boy's body is alive, but his soul is gone. Arsinoe moves her hand from pointing at Curl to gesture to the other people lying motionless around her, as are the souls of the other guests, even the poor dogs. Their bodies have been possessed by demons for some time already, and their souls have been transferred into the jewelry. The demon behind this plot stole the cup, taking all the souls with him, until the jewelry is found and destroyed. We may have no hope of saving these poor people. Ellen and Kiana are clutching each other's hands. The young woman speaks first. We can't leave it like this. Our friends need our help. I wish I knew if this tragedy could have been prevented. Well, if we'd killed or captured Curl back at the camp, we would have realized that he was possessed and that the ring was the cause. And if we'd known all that, the tragedy would never have happened. We need to focus on solving the problem. Don't blame yourself. Demons are famous for their guile for a reason. They use only better sentiments. They use our better sentiments against us. And we need to focus. What can we do, Commander? If demons have kidnapped the souls trapped in the jewelry, we must stop them. I know what we have to do. We need to get back to Dresden, now. The first ring that possessed Curl and the second ring I was stupid enough to give you. They both came from the same place. The shops owned by Derek Sunhammer. We have to get back to Dresden and pay a visit to the master jeweler. You with us, Ellen? No. We'll stay here and make sure the bodies whose souls were stolen are returned safely to Dresden. We can't leave them unprotected. If we find the lost souls, we'll be able to bring all the demons' victims back to life. He turns to Kiana. This will be a strange and sorrowful start to our married life, but we must. I married a crusader, not a city baker. We were never going to have a peaceful life, but we'll get through this, together. Ain't that sweet? Ain't that just the sweetest? Okay. Any loot? Oh, hell yeah. The belt of physical form +4, that could actually be an upgrade. Yeah. Physical form, that's Dex and Con. It's an upgrade for you. There you go. Righteous Might. Righteous Might. What is Righteous Might? What's Righteous Might? And why is my dex being hurt because of it? Enlarged person. Is it one of these things? Yeah, there it is. Huh. Alright, that's fine. Her dex went up anyway, so that's good. Got loot right here. Come on. Alright, all of you move away. Oh, poor doggo. Okay, let's go ahead and head out of here. Area exit. How are we doing on time? Okay, we could probably get back to Sunhammers before we do anything else. Now, unfortunately, we won't have all our buffs, but that's okay. Probably. Got these long loading screens back. This is last 10%. Meta Magic is a useful tool that can make your favorite spells more powerful. However, they come at a cost, basically. What's going on here? Wake up, please wake up. Seele is standing with her weapon drawn, her eyes ablaze. Have you seen the bodies in the street? I'd bet anything this is the doing of our jeweler. Let's go to his shop quickly, if you're ready. Yes, let's go quickly. Like, that's the only option I had. What if I wasn't ready? Ow. Damn it. Damn demons. Commander, Seele. Praise Abadar you're alive. The usually dignified Arsinoe struggles to catch her breath after running, and she says, nervously clenching her hands, I've received news from the other temples of Abadar, most disturbing news. What we saw at Ellen's and Kiana's wedding has been happening across Mendev. People who bought Derek Sunhammer's jewelry have been dropping to the ground, lifeless, with demons emerging from their bodies. The damage done is hard to measure. Demons appeared in 100 locations, and many of them immediately used the turmoil to commit atrocities, killing, stealing, wreaking wanton destruction. Some were quickly dealt with, the cursed jewelry taken from them, and the imprisoned souls freed, but most of the demons fled, taking the jewelry containing the souls of their poor victims with them. Derek Sunhammer himself escaped, too. The Inquisition of the Church of Iomedae is searching for him, but they have no leads as yet. The Church of Abadar is doing what it can. We also suffered losses among both our congregation and our clergy. Arsinoe shakes her head sadly. Such a devious plot, and how skillfully it was executed. Yeah, it was pretty good. As Arsinoe speaks, Seele's face grows more and more grim, and her hands clench anxiously around her weapon. I saw that scumbag right here. I even talked to him. I didn't suspect a thing. I often get a sickening feeling from traitors. Some of them are nasty pieces of work, the way they rip people off. I got the same feeling from him. But I didn't think of looking closer. What happened to the victims of this attack? Several large churches in Mendev have taken the victims into their care. The priests will keep their bodies alive and well, but unless the jewelry is found and their souls returned, all these efforts will be for naught. What did Sunhammer want to achieve by doing this? It's not clear, but he's been the most famous jeweler in Mendev for several years now. He counted many influential personages or their relatives among his clients, nobility, generals, priests, merchants. They, their children, or their loved ones are now only lifeless bodies, their souls stolen away and hidden who knows where. The possibilities for blackmail and sowing blind panic are limitless. I suppose the Inquisition and the Mendevian authorities will try to keep the situation under control, but it is still extremely dangerous. How did no one notice anything? Magic, Knight Commander, and highly sophisticated magic at that. The jewelry items were well protected, and no one detected the demons hiding in them. If we assume that Derek Sunhammer not only made the jewelry, but also charmed the items, we must conclude that he is an incredibly powerful and skilled spellcaster. So all his jewelry came with hidden surprises? Not all of it. The Inquisition combed through everything. Most of what was sold in Sunhammer's shops were perfectly ordinary. The demon jewelry was sold to a select few and always by Sunhammer directly, not through his golems. It is clear that he targeted his victims deliberately. I see. That is all I can tell you. I hope I've been helpful. If it is within your power, help track down Sunhammer and the Stolen Souls, Commander. This chaos must be stopped. Arsinoe bows to you and leaves. Seele sheaths her weapon angrily and sucks in a breath through her teeth. But then she seems to steady herself and looks at you, her eyes bright. Well, what do you know? Looks like we got ourselves tangled up in some demonic conspiracy. I'm so glad you came to the wedding with me, and that we managed to find out what happened. Because otherwise, Seele the Dimwit would have come home alone, given the bride a ring with a surprise demon inside, and would have failed miserably when she tried to help. Hey, stop blaming yourself. We handled it in the end. That's what matters. But you were the one to notice something odd was happening, and you saved Kiana. Right. Not very cautious on your part, as usual. You saved her. At least I saved her, right? Good to know I'm not entirely useless. Ha! Grim determination burns in Seele's eyes. I can't leave it like this. If anyone has an obligation to find that low-life Sunhammer and return all the stolen souls, it's me. I'll do everything in my power to find him. Something tells me that the demon-collaborating scumbag is somewhere here in the World Wound. I'll seek help from them every quarter. I'll interrogate imprisoned demons and cultists, whatever it takes to get the truth. Alright. Another bunch of experience. Getting closer to 14. Nothing in here? Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Camellia, and then we'll rest. And that'll probably be a good spot to end the episode. Got 2 quests done. 2 companion quests done to this episode. It's pretty nice. Let's sell it to you real quick. Yeah, you can have that. Guess you can have these things too. Surely I don't need those, right? Surely not. Alright, so I believe Camellia is over here, right? Yeah. Let's go over here. I remember looking for this spell. I kept thinking it was gonna be over here. My dire wolves, that is. Alright. Where are you at, Camellia? Camellia greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You had every reason to hand me over to the headsman, yet something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret makes us accomplices of sorts, even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, my friend? She pierces you with her stare, as if she's trying to see inside your head. Oh wow, has she opened up now? Tell me about yourself. With pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? Which organ is the most delicious? I'll tell you everything. Should we be doing this out in the open like that? Tell me about your life in Horgus' mansion. I have no complaints. I had everything I could dream of, except freedom, which I had no need for anyway. I value security and comfort much more than the opportunity to get in trouble firsthand. I had the best fencing teachers. My mentor was a shaman from Varisia. I wore beautiful dresses and ate sumptuous meals. A rich library kept me from getting too bored. A personal garden for my walks. I even had a puppy, a little barking ball of happiness. Some might disapprove of my father locking me up in the mansion until I matured and gained control over my powers. He'd change the servants as soon as they started suspecting anything. He even had steel bars installed in the windows. But I can see it was because he cared. He was protecting me from the dangers of the world. He was protecting the world from me. Camellia is the name of a flower, right? Yes. It's the only thing I have left of my dearly departed half-elf mother. Father told me that she liked working in the garden so much that she even gave her child the name of a flower. She shrugs vaguely. And there's something else I inherited from my mother. Her beauty. The young woman offers the barest hint of a smile. You know what I like most about those who inherit the features of different races, like you and me? We gain the best of both worlds. By the way, before you start to pity me, I should say that I don't have the slightest affection for my mother. May her soul burn in the abyss. My father took good enough care of me, for the both of them. Are you bothered by the fact that Horgus never openly embraced you as his daughter? Why would that bother me? He took care of me and indulged my every whim. To thank him, I only had to lead a secluded life and keep my mouth shut. I understand his reluctance to claim a child born of a servant girl as his daughter. There's nothing wrong with looking after one's social status. Besides, you understand, Mendevian society would hardly have accepted me, considering my peculiarities. Tell me about your connection to the spirits. I can barely remember the first time. I was just a girl back then. I only remember someone's voice in my head demanding something. I didn't even understand what it was. I was out in the garden, playing with my precious puppy. I didn't know how it happened, but when it was over, the puppy's head was in my hands, and his body was lying at my feet. I'm gonna be honest, Camellia. That definitely... Heliax's affection for you just dropped dramatically with that detail. I remember seeing my father's healers and clerics for a few years, and even the exorcists he brought to our house. None of them were able to drive the haunting voices from my head. This continued until the old Verisian woman came to live with us. To be fair, it seemed like it wasn't her fault. It was the spirits. But still, like, few things make me like someone less than dog abuse. She explained that I was fine. I was just highly sensitive to the pain of the land that we lived in. The voices in my head were not symptoms of insanity, but desperate prayers for help. Father paid her an unspeakable sum, and she remained at our house, teaching me to talk to the spirits. She was a vicious crone and a nasty piece of work. She would hit me with a whip just for looking at her. She would yell at me when I tried to communicate with the spirits I summoned. And when Father left for a few weeks on some errands, she locked me in the basement at night. Now I see that I terrified the old woman. Well, it was her fault. She should have taken the money and run while she had the chance. I was so happy when the spirits asked for her blood. Camellia licks her parched lips. Looking into her lifeless eyes, I felt such bliss as I'd never known in all my life. Why'd you kill her? Surely your father would have thrown her out if you just told him what she was doing. That crone got what she deserved. I'm glad you had the chance to avenge her treatment of you. What matters is that she taught you how to deal with the voices of the spirits you hear. She got what she deserved. You sound like you know what you're talking about. One day I'll ask you to tell me how you came to know the taste of revenge. We have even more in common than I thought, my friend. Your amulet is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. She rests the snake-shaped bone amulet in her palm. You like it? Beautiful, isn't it? But it's more than just an ornate trinket. It's home to one of the spirits. This spirit was so weak when I found her. She was hardly anything but a small shred of rage and madness. I locked her in my amulet, and I've taken care of her ever since. I try to talk to her. I don't know her name, so I call her Mireia. Her spirit has been growing stronger, and she asks for more and more blood. I feel like every ritual bloodletting makes her madness subside. Just a few more, and I'll be able to talk to her and find out how to heal the lands of ancient Sarkoris. Tell me about the ritual killings you performed. I killed to learn the will of the spirits of the land. Sarkoris was torn apart by demons, and the blood of many thousands of living creatures poisoned these lands for many years. The world wound keeps growing bigger and bigger. It's no surprise that the spirits of this place have gone mad and endlessly thirst for more and more blood. Only when bathed in blood can they regain their senses, at least temporarily. But it would be a lie to say I don't enjoy what I do. She licks her lips hungrily. I remember all of them. Every last breath, shriek and sob. Every fatal stab. Blood running down the blade as I pull it from the victim's heart. The taste of blood, or the taste of the drops on my tongue. I like to watch the blood pool beneath the body as it cools. By the way, did you know that blood only flows while the heart is still pumping? That was quite a discovery for me. I opened one of my victims and watched her heart slow. Beat, beat, beat. And then silence. Wow. Yeah. Barrett made the right choice in my first playthrough. Like, there is no way he'd be okay with this girl. Absolutely not. Any good character. Any good or lawful character, I feel like, no. It just doesn't work. You have to be chaotic evil or, you know, adjacent to that. Camellia's breath grows fast and heavy and leaves her chest with a forceful rush. Her pupils are dilated, and she seems to look through you, or inside you. Swallowing, Camellia brushes away a strand of her dark strand of hair, dark as night. There we go. My connection to the spirits of Old Course is overwhelming. You're a monster. Your power is amazing. Develop it. We'll need it in combat. Your power is amazing. That is my intention. With your help, my powers will soar to such heights that all the demons of the abyss will think twice before they dare to attack us. Tell me what will happen if the spirits ask you for my blood. I wonder. She sizes you up pensively. There's only one way to find out. Seeing the suspicion on your face, Camellia lets out a short laugh. I jest, of course. I promise, if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me. We're friends. What do you think of the powers you received from me? What do I think of them? I love them. I've always felt special. My ability to talk to spirits is proof of that. But now I feel I can do anything. Tear someone in half, demon or human. Freeze a beating heart in someone's chest with a simple look or a mere thought. With a wish, I can make the blood of a living being flow in the wrong direction. Camellia laughs throatily. It is celestial bliss, my friend. I'm grateful to you for giving it to me. Man, she is completely different now that she's opened up. Wow. It's kind of awesome. Here we go. Here's the important question. We made love during your ritual. Tell me, what do you think of having a relationship without the bloodshed? I would call it raw, animalistic sex, but you may continue to call it love. It's even a little sweet. As for your question, she sizes you up with an inquisitive look. I like what I see. Your offer has me curious. Camellia speaks slowly, choosing every word carefully. But ordinary sex is so bland, bleak, boring. Whatever shall we do? She pensively taps her manicured nail on her chin. You know, I'll think of something. Meanwhile, bear with me. I'm gonna get into some kinky shit. Maybe even some nasty shit. Okay. Tell me about yourself. Not enough. Sometimes I find severed heads in my bag. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? Camellia's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. In the moments that follow, when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing the last of its warmth, I am filled with sweet languor. But the cold corpse that remains is just a corpse. It holds no interest for me. So, have you made your mind up about us? She licks her lips slowly. Not yet. Have patience and imagine me in your fantasies. Anticipation quickens the imagination. I know this from experience. Are you still trying to learn something from the spirit in your amulet? Mireia, the spirit that's locked in my amulet, is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. A cloud falls over Camellia's eyes. Choosing a victim is not an easy task. First, Mireia must point them out, and then I must find an opportunity to conduct the ritual. Sadly, I cannot sacrifice everyone the spirit points to without arousing suspicion and jeopardizing your crusade. Does your spirit want the blood of anyone in particular? Currently, no. Camellia's voice sounds a little sad, but I seek new victims day and night, for ones whose deaths will bring me closer to Mireia. What happened between us was a complete mistake. Cannot tolerate you. Don't belong to my party. I have to go. We'll talk later. Visit me again soon. You don't want me to start missing you. Uh-oh. Warning. Red flags. Yep, that was the first red flag, guys. Okay. Well, cool. We have seen new content with her. I never saw that before. Interesting. She's creepy. She's creepy. But Manarak, I think Manarak likes what he sees and hears from her. Alright, so we're going to end the episode there. And the next one, we'll head off and do something else. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.